YouTube, what is good? It's the Monte Sims, and we're back with another haircut tutorial. And in today's tutorial, man, we got an absolute banger. I'm not gonna get into it too much. We're just gonna dive straight in. Okay, now before I can set any guidelines in, I need to go in and remove some of this hair. So here I'm going in with the 1.5 guard, and I'm just gonna be debulking. And here I'm going against the grain, just make the hair as even as possible. Going with the grain doesn't get the hair to one desired length, so I'm going to go against the grain to make sure everything is even as possible.
Raiden, have you been day drinking?
Alright, so we will be doing a low fade. So here I'm going in with my Battles Gold FXs, and I'm just going in setting like a rainbow shape type guideline because I want to give this fade an identity. I don't want it to look too basic, and I don't want it to look too much, but I want to have a little identity. So I'm gonna structure my guidelines with some type of shape. Now using my custom Wahl magic clips, I'm gonna go in with the lever all the way open, and I'm gonna follow that same guideline I said with my trimmers. And to remove that bottom line, I'm gonna close my lever like I am right now, and I'm gonna just flick at that line until I see it shift, and then I'm gonna open up halfway just to finish fading out this line.
Raiden, have you been day drinking?
So now following that same shape with the 1 guard, the lever all the way open, I'm going up about a full inch and setting in my next guideline. And while I have this 1 guard out, I'm trying as best as I can to flick out so that I can fade this 1 guard directly into that 1.5 guard. Okay, so here I close my 1 guard all the way, and I like to do this step sometimes just to, for one, soften that line up, and to see if that'll remove that bottom line, which will allow me to skip guards. But here I popped on a half guard because it did not move that bottom line, and I started with the lever all the way open, and I'm gonna just gradually close it until I see that bottom line fade away. And as I get higher in this fade, I'm using more of my corners because I don't want to set any more guidelines. It's almost like I'm detailing in this part because this is a very tight fade, a very small fade. So I'm working with a very small panel, and I need to be able to get in between creases and crevices. So I gotta use the corner of my clipper. Okay, so I still felt like it was a couple dark spots. So I'll put back on the 1 guard, and I'm going to do a lot of corner cutting until I can just perfect this fade as much as I possibly can. And if this guard doesn't work, I'm going to go through my guard system until I feel like the fade is where it needs to be. Alright, so the back is going to be the exact same steps. I'm going to put on my 1.5 guard, and I'm just going to go in and debulk this hair until it's all one desired length. So my client has a lot of hair down his neck, so I really need to stretch this back taper out. So I'm going to start this first guideline kind of higher than usual, just so that I can get this blend to contour to how his neck shape is. And most people don't take this into consideration. When you're doing somebody's hair, you really need to take into account their facial features and their body features, because if you don't, it can make the fade not look right on them, or make it look like it just doesn't fit them when it could fit them, but you just didn't stretch the blend out too much, or you didn't stretch it out. You stretched your blend out too much or didn't stretch it out enough. So you really have to analyze and attack each situation differently. So now I'm gonna go about a full inch, maybe about 1.5 inches, and I'm going in with the lever all the way open. And from this, I'm gonna close the lever to remove that bottom line, and then I'm gonna go halfway to finish fading that line out.
Raiden, have you been day drinking?
So here I'm going in with the 1 guard with the lever all the way open. I'm going up about a full inch, and I'm flicking out. I'm trying to blend this 1 guard right into that 1.5 guard that we did. And then I'm gonna close my lever just to soften up that bottom line to make the next step a lot easier. So now I'm about to pop on my zero guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm gonna go about a 1/2 inch this time, and I'm just going up flicking out as well. And as I get lower in the fade, I'm gonna close my lever until I see this bottom line disappear.
Maiden, have you been day drinking? You've been day drinking?
So here I'm about to go in with some hairspray just to lock these hairs in place so that everything is nice and laid and ready to be lined up. And now using my 1.5 guard, I'm gonna go in the front of his lineup and just knock those hairs down. So when doing my lineups, I like to start in the middle, create my foundation, and either go left or right and use the side that I started with and match it with the other side. And my clippers, they are zero gap to the T, so they're very, very sharp. So when I'm doing my edge ups, I have to be very, very careful to just tap and go, tap and go. And I know a lot of people out there, I'm very heavy handed, so I get it, but you don't want to work the clippers. You want the clippers to work for you, right? So you don't want to be pressing down, because that doesn't necessarily give you a sharper line or cut more hair.
Maiden, have you been day drinking? You've been day drinking?
So the way I like to do my C cups, I like to make my first line at the beginning, go down to the beard line, and then connect the bottom to the top. And while I'm doing this, I have my finger rested on their cheek or head, and I'm using that as stability just so that I can get that perfect C.
Maiden, have you been day drinking? You've been day drinking?
YouTube, here's the cut. I hope you guys learned at least one thing from this video.
Have you been day
And
drinking?
if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe to the page. It helps us grow, helps the video reach more people. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you go follow me on Instagram at _DemonteSims. I drop content on there very, very frequently. And also, we are very close to 1,000 subscribers. That's one of my very small milestones that I want to reach within the next month or so. I'm also striving to drop a video every week, but my schedule's super crazy right now. But I'm gonna quit whining, get to it, and get these videos out to you guys. And until next time, stay blessed, and I'm out.